Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing all three Bill and Ted movies, all of them. Um, so, yeah, uh, all three Bill and Ted movies. You know, this caramel isn't actually very good, right? I made caramel for myself, and I don't like caramel very much. It's my curse, right? And I gotta be put on this earth to make to like making caramel, but not like eating caramel. And it's also my curse that no one in my family likes caramel at all. So, yeah. But right? I mean, I got a lot of other sweets too. I got drumsticks at the store. Mom got them for me, so that's nice. Thank you, Mom. That's very. I appreciate it. I do. Drumsticks are really good. They're the best. You know, they used to have really big boxes of drumsticks, right? I don't remember. It was huge, huge packs. And I was like, right now there's like 8, but I thought you could like buy something like 12 or 15 or something, like a lot of drumsticks, right? And there was like plain vanilla and vanilla with caramel and vanilla with fudge, and you could always get them in, you could get those 3, and that was my favorite. But I guess there was something wrong with the production of them. Like, I think they were like poisoned by accident. Not like it wasn't gonna kill you, but like it was like food poisoning, and they were like, okay, we gotta take it off the shelves. I saw a news story about that, and I guess they just haven't put them on yet. Maybe they've canceled them permanently, which is kind of sad. But hey, at least I can still buy them. It just costs more money. You know what I mean? But those are really good. Um, you know, I I do like, you know, to treat myself sometimes. But the thing is, um, I got McDonald's at like I got it earlier this week, and Mom got it again for me today, and I was like, well, Mom, my dietitian is like, yeah, because I have a dietitian because of my weight, right? And my dietitian is like, dude, you gotta make sure that you only have it like every once in a while. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, it's only like, I usually have it like once a week, but I mean, I waited. It was a while between the weeks, so I think it was fine. Just you always want to be careful. For a while, for like a month, uh, my my doctor, or some doctor, said like you can't drink soda because it's giving you issues, right? It's got you issues, and I went back to I couldn't drink any soda for a long time until my birthday, which was like a week before I was gonna go to the doctor. So I just like, okay, well, it's my birthday. I think I'll just drink some soda anyway. I mean, it's my birthday, you know what I mean? And I kept drinking. I just drank all the sodas that we got for my birthday after that. And I went to dietitian. I was like, or my dietitian or doctor or whoever, and I was like, hey, it's completely fine. I think, I haven't had any issues with it. She was like, yeah, you can have it. And I have Pepsis now because I have a sleeping problem, right? Where I'll like sleep too much. Like, I'll be awake. I film most of these videos. Like, right now, I'm filming this at 3 in the morning, and that's because I have issues with sleep. So, like, I'll be awake all night, and then I'll sleep all day, and it's the worst. I hate it, because I don't, very, very little do I get to interact with my parents, except in the morning or at night, so I'm usually just alone all the time. Which can't really be good for my health, you know what I mean? I just bought a computer. Um, hey, no, that was nice. I bought it for my mom, and it's really nice. It's hard to spend money, but I think that it was a good use of $150. It's a nice computer, and I think I got it for a good deal. Of course, now the thing is, I buy everything. I don't and anything. Well, I don't buy everything, but like if my parents are gonna get me, I don't really have my parents get me something big. Even I just pay for it. It might be cheaper, like if I'm buying it from them, but I would rather buy it from them than have them give it to me, because that way they can't use the excuse that I bought this for you, which means that even though I already gave it over to you, I still own it, which doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. But they wouldn't do that, but they might. I mean, I just don't want them to. So, I bought my TV. I don't remember. I think it was like $50. It's not a very amazing TV, but it's like nice. My old TV. Oh, my old TV sucked, man. It sucked. Like I would watch movies on it. One time I fell asleep while watching like Avengers with the commentary track on it. I love listening to commentary tracks. They're so fun to learn about the movie. And my ears started actually hurting because of that ringing sound. It's like sensitive to like high pitched noises like that. So I just hate it so much. That TV cost me $4.99 at a Goodwill. I'm surprised it worked at all. Actually, it was a Salvation Army, but they're like close enough. You know what I mean? Um, but I love commentary tracks in movies. They're so interesting. To learn more about the thing. Where there's like they do like they put their thoughts over the film, so they'll like say, oh, this or this and this, and I mean sometimes it can be good, sometimes it isn't, but I think it's good in mostly, especially the Wally one. That was my favorite one. Commentary track is so good. It's just like the director talking about Wally, because there's like so little dialogue in that movie. Um, you can really get the feel of what the movie is without listening to it. So I can listen to this guy's talking over the movie. Wally is my favorite Pixar movie. One of my favorite movies, just period. You know, recently I had one thing. I've been working on a timeline of major historical assassinations. And it started when I wrote a thing about Biggie Smalls and Tupac, which are rap icons. They're pretty cool. And their assassination was pretty famous, pretty well publicized, especially considering we never found out who did it. So it was a pretty big deal, you know what I mean? Also, to the people that are talking about Suge Knight doing it, I gotta say, like, it doesn't matter whether or not he's in prison. He's in prison for like 29 years. I don't think you can really get him on much more at this point. But anyway, so I wrote a paper about that. It was like 2 pages long. I'm really proud of it actually. I think it was really well written, and yeah. And I then read, so I was like, what else could I write? And I was like, I love assassinations. Assassinations are very interesting to me because, what could make someone want to kill someone so bad, and what circumstances would lead them to succeed, because major assassinations don't just happen every other day. You know what I mean? There's protection in place to make sure that that doesn't happen. So watched, I watched some stuff about it. I found this TV show called like Major Assassinations, and it was like on some British channel, and I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. It was infuriating that I wasn't able to watch it, but yeah, I don't know. It's fine, I think. Um, you know, there's also this, like, thing, I started with Caesar, and I thought he was the first major assassination I could really talk about, you know what I mean? And, not really. Because Pompey was actually killed before Caesar. He was assassinated before Caesar, so. I wrote about Caesar. I then started on Caligula. Caligula, whatever, right? I'm writing about him. And when I finish Caligula, I'm gonna go back to Pompey. You know what's weird? Is it like, does a middle name in ancient Rome work as like a first name? Because like everyone calls him Julius Caesar, but that's not his name. He'd be Gaius Caesar. Gaius Julius Caesar. So that's, does like Gaius function as like a middle name, or is it like a family name or something? Where it's like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. But the same thing with Pompey. So his name is Ganius Pompeius Magnus, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his first name right. You know, no one calls him that. People always call him Pompey Magnus or Pompeius Magnus. No one calls him Ganius Pompeius Magnus, Gaius. Gaius Caesar. It's weird how I didn't know this. Augustus, who I believe, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure there's a reason why it's called August, which is my birth month. I could be wrong. Maybe he just named himself after August or something. I don't know. But, I don't know why he changed his name, because his original name was Octavian. Not to be confused with his sister Octavia. Sure. Maddeningly similar names, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Why would you change? Why would you have two children that were named the same thing? That's like, it's infuriating. It is really just maddening. But it's weird. I've been thinking about like what is an assassination, right? So Mussolini was killed by some government. So I don't. Would that be considered assassination? Probably not. Would Delane be considered assassination? He was killed by a riot. You know what I mean? I mean, he was killed on purpose, but it was by like multiple people. It wasn't like one. I don't know. Would um uh I mean, especially considering with most, I do a lot of, like, I look at a lot of timelines of assassinations because I'm writing about it, right? And they always include John Lennon, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But they don't include other major, like, famous people that were assassinated. I mean, obviously Biggie Smalls, Tupac, right? They're like a big deal. I mean, especially Tupac. I mean, you gotta include him. He's huge. What about that? You know what I mean? But it just feels like everybody just talks about like presidents when they're talking about assassinations, like just the really really big ones. And I'm like, there's so many huge ones. People leave out when they're talking about assassinations. I mean, the '60s was a really bad time to be a political leader. I gotta say.